Hello dear students, welcome to the class today. So children, you know, we are carrying on with this second chapter, history, long chapter. History chapters are generally big chapters, but then we have started this chapter where we have discussed about the changes in Europe. Previously also I had said, this time also I'm saying that this is class 9th and class 9th, we are carrying on with the world history. Lot of things from world history you will come to know about it. तो फ्रांस के बारे में पढ़ लिया हमने फर्स्ट चैप्टर. सो सेकंड चैप्टर हियर व्हाट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड टिल नाउ, 3 of the groups that were very active in bringing change in Russia, they were the liberals, radicals and conservatives. Just a brief recap I'm giving you children. Liberals and radicals तो हमको पता ही है. Liberals wanted changes, लेकिन थोड़ा सा वो उनका मूड अलग तरीके का था. They said कि changes होना चाहिए, लेकिन पैसे वालों को ज्यादा बेनिफिट मिलना चाहिए. More privilege should be given to the money people. Radicals ने कहा कि हाँ ठीक है, लेकिन everybody should be given equal chance, and liberals were saying women's suffragette movement they did not support, but radicals were supporting the women's suffragette movement. Suffragette movement, voting rights women को मिलना चाहिए कि नहीं मिलना चाहिए, always a controversial part, but then in this controversy it was always thought that women should be given a fair chance. Now what happened? The industrial society. Last class, what we have decided, what we have started is industrial society and the social changes. What happened with the establishment of the industrial society started the changing. Change अगर हो रहा है, हमको कारण समझना है ना. We have to understand the basic reason behind these changes. So, when the industrial revolution had happened, then what we find is in the society a big way change was happening. Social change in a big manner is a thing that needs to be understood. आखिर ये changes क्यों हो रहे थे? The people who were living in the rural areas, they started coming to the urban areas. गांव की लाइफ अलग होती है, शहर की लाइफ अलग होती है. Now we find the changes that were occurring in the cities. Social change. Industrial revolution is occurring along with the social change, because I told you the way they were living in the rural areas, खाली खेती करनी थी, सुबह जाना है, working in the agricultural field, coming back, family was big. Family was joint family, सारे भाई भाई सब मिलके एक साथ रहते थे. शहरों में अलग अलग आ गए, अलग अलग रह रहे हैं, बगल के घर में कौन रहता है पता नहीं है. And now you understand the society that was there in the rural areas and the society that is there in the urban area is totally different. People are lost. एकदम खो जा रहे थे वो इस सोसाइटी में आकर. उनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि एक्चुअली हाउ टू डील विद दिस सिचुएशन. गॉट इट. एंड इंडस्ट्रीज खुल रही थी. हु वर द ओनर्स ऑफ दिस इंडस्ट्री? व्हाट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड इन द लास्ट क्लास इज दैट liberals and radicals were owning industries. भाई इतनी सारी इंडस्ट्रीज अगर खुल रही है, पहले तो हम लोगों को ये समझना है कि ये इंडस्ट्रीज के ओनर्स कौन है. आखिर इंडस्ट्रीज को खोल कौन रहा है? लिबरल्स एंड रेडिकल्स तो दे वर प्रॉपर्टी ओनर्स एंड एम्प्लॉयर्स. तो लॉट ऑफ वेल्थ दे हैव मेड. इंडस्ट्रीज खोली है, बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली बहुत कम टाइम में बहुत पैसा बना लिया इन लोगों ने. दे हैव मेड लॉट ऑफ मनी एंड थ्रू ट्रेड and industrial ventures, they felt कि Such effort should be encouraged. जहां पे the workers should be healthy, and they said कि aristocracy classes, conservatives who were there, rulers के साथ काम करते थे, अपने खुशियों में मगन रहते थे. Now they said कि they believed in the value of individual. एक आदमी की क्या क्वालिटी है भाई साहब, उसको देखिए तो सही. Okay, so they believed in individual quality. एक इंसान के अंदर की क्या क्वालिटी है, ठीक है. लेबर एंड एंटरप्राइज, इंडिविजुअल क्वालिटी, एफर्ट, आदमी कितनी मेहनत कर रहा है, लेबर, एंटरप्राइज, ऑल दीज थिंग्स हैव टू गो हैंड इन हैंड. काम करना चाहता है कि नहीं करना चाहता. अगर कोई बंदा काम करना चाह रहा है, उसको हम काम करने से क्यों रोकेंगे? Why should we stop the person from working? That was a major issue. Okay, and the freedom of individual was ensured. अगर एक आदमी free है, तो poor could labor and capital could operate without restraint. कोई रोक टोक नहीं होना चाहिए ना. हर एक चीज में अगर रोक टोक लाएंगे, if there is an hindrance to each and every activity that is happening, if the poor could labor, those with the capital could operate without restraint. If the poor could labor, ये गरीब लोग जो हैं मेहनत करने के लिए तैयार हैं, they are ready to work in all manners, okay, could labor, then capital could be invested without restraint. कहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी, आराम आराम से सारा काम चलता रहेगा. Got it? And क्या हुआ? Many working men, women who were there, they wanted changes in the world. अब चाह रहे थे कि भाई बदलाव तो आना ही चाहिए. बदलाव in what sense? You work hard. A person who is working hard should be paid according to their hard work. अपनी मेहनत की तो कीमत मांग रहे हैं. कोई ऐसे थोड़ी कि घर में बैठ के फालतू की काम करके, and they are trying to make money. They were trying to make money for the hard work that they were doing. Many working men and women who were there, they also supported liberals and radical groups, and this way a group was forming. So many workers supported liberals and radicals in their venture. जो भी वो काम कर रहे थे ना उसमें, and groups were formed. लोगों का ग्रुप्स बन रहा था. People were rallying around each other, and parties in the early 19th century. Early 19th century में ये इनकी parties बन रही थी, and gradually and slowly these parties were becoming powerful. काफी सारे लोग साथ में आ गए थे ना, and एकता में शक्ति है. तो क्या हुआ? लिबरल्स एंड रेडिकल्स नाउ वांटेड रेवोल्यूशन. उन्होंने कहा कि भाई इन सारी चीजों को खत्म करना है, एंड द वे ऑफ द काइंड ऑफ गवर्नमेंट दैट वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 1815 दे वांटेड टू फिनिश दैट. गवर्नमेंट क्या था? इट वाज ऑल द रूलर्स ऑफ द रूल ऑफ द रूलर्स. राजाओं का राज चल रहा था, गरीब आदमी की कोई सुनवाई नहीं थी. एक्चुअली कोई उनका सुनने वाला नहीं था. सो फ्रांस, इटली, जर्मनी, रशिया, these people became revolutionaries. इन्होंने रेवोल्यूशन करना शुरू कर दिया. and they worked to overthrow the existing monarchies. कि राजा महाराजा खाली बैठ के एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, they are not looking for they are not actually concerned for the needs of the common people. तो आम आदमी जाएगा तो जाएगा कहाँ? Obviously they'll do the revolution. So now you just see how the changes are happening. This is what was the thing, na? Industrial revolution and social changes. Now we find changes happening in a very vast manner, in a very open manner. Industrial changes. So, some nationalists liberals and radicals wanted revolution. इन्होंने कहा तख्ता पलट दो, राजाओं का राज चेंज कर दो. Revolution has to be there and opposed the kind of government established in 1815. 1815 में भी there was this you will be studying in the next class. I mean 10th class में 1815 में the revolutions that had happened वो आप बाद में पढ़ेंगे. I mean in the next class. For now what we are understanding that all the government that was established in 1815 now people wanted to overthrow that. And it was happening everywhere. Most of the European countries, France, Italy, Germany, Russia. ठीक है. अब आप ये देखो बड़ी बड़ी कंट्रीज में रेवोल्यूशन के लिए काम शुरू हो गया. These people means liberals and radicals. Please understand. Liberals and radicals का ग्रुप बन गया था. कहां पे बना था? It was made in France, Italy, Germany, Russia, and these people they wanted to overthrow existing monarchies. These people wanted to overthrow these monarchies. ठीक है. राजाओं के राज को ये खत्म करना चाह रहे थे. As we have already discussed, they said that the king's rule must finish now. क्योंकि वही बात है ना, kings who are there, rulers who are there, राजा बन के खाली राज करने से नहीं होता है. जिन लोगों ने, the people who are considering you as king, the poor people have made you the king. What about them? Who will look after them? क्या उनका देखभाल करने वाला कोई नहीं होना चाहिए? There has to be some people who needs to take care of them. Nationalists talked of revolutions that would create nations. Got it? Nationalists talked of revolution. हर तरह से रेवोल्यूशन की बात कर रहे थे. They said they needed to finish the rule of these great rulers who consider themselves as great and ignore the needs of the poor people, common people. Where will these common people go? So, some of the revolutionaries who were there, all citizens they wanted would have equal rights. खाली ऐसा नहीं है कि there would be the king, the most powerful person, and then राजा है, उसके बाद प्रजा है, and then there is nobody to look after them. Got it? So after 1815, Giuseppe Mazzini, one of the very important revolutionaries, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, ये जो लड़ाई शुरू हुई थी, द फाइट दैट हैड स्टार्टेड इन 1815, इसकी मशाल किसने जलाई थी? इट वॉज मज़ीनी, जूसेप मज़ीनी. ही वॉज एन इटालियन नेशनलिस्ट. साथ में मिलके बैठ के प्लान बनाया इन्होंने, एंड इट स्टार्टेड इन इटली. नेशनलिस्ट all over the world were very inspired by Mazzini. You have to remember the name of Mazzini, that after 1815, Giuseppe Mazzini, क्योंकि कुछ लोग होते हैं जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे है ना गांधी जी, the kind of work that he has done, unmatched, है कि नहीं? उन्होंने ब्रिटिशर्स को जो बाहर निकाल के भगाया, कितना अलग तरीका था. अल्टीमेटली द ब्रिटिशर्स वेर आउट ऑफ द कंट्री. ठीक है, ही वॉज जूसेफ मज़ीनी वॉज ऑल्सो एन इटालियन नेशनलिस्ट, कंस्पायर्ड विद अदर्स टू अचीव दिस इन इटली. कंस्पायर्ड मीन्स षड्यंत्र करना, हाँ, विद अदर्स to achieve this in Italy. इटली में क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, this has to be taken care of and this has to be looked after. अब क्या हुआ? So many people have joined hands together. There has to be some result, and as a result, what happened? Socialism came in Europe. Now, what is socialism? Socialism is a process. Socialism is a way in which the people talk about equality. The people practice equality in a very different manner. Coming of socialism in Europe, इन सारे revolutions के वजह से Europe started seeing socialism. So, socialism in Europe. Coming of socialism in Europe. I told you now that so many people, most far-reaching vision, how society should be structured. कि आखिर सोसाइटी को कैसे बनाया जाए, how society should be made. हाँ, it was socialism. मिड 19th सेंचुरी तक क्या हुआ यूरोप में? सोशलिज्म वॉज अ वेल नोन बॉडी ऑफ आइडियाज दैट अट्रैक्टेड वाइड स्प्रेड अटेंशन. बहुत सारे लोगों ने इसके बारे में बात करना शुरू किया. बाय मिड 19th सेंचुरी, बाय मिड 19th century, many people were talking about socialism in Europe. Got it? Socialism had started a different way, जिसमें lot of people thought कि हाँ, this is a very good idea. ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को, more and more people were getting attracted to this idea. अब ये क्या था? Who were these people who were talking about socialism? इसको समझने की कोशिश, we need to understand it. Socialists क्या करते थे? Socialists were against private property. सबसे पहली चीज तो ये थी. किसी के पास भी अपनी प्रॉपर्टी नहीं होनी चाहिए. And saw it as the root of all social ills of the time. And saw it as the root of all social evils at that time. Got it? इंडिविजुअल्स ओन प्रॉपर्टी. जो लोग प्रॉपर्टी जिनके पास है, they gave employment, लोगों को employment दे देते थे, लेकिन अपने खाली they were only concerned with their personal gains and not with the welfare. अरे भाई, you have property, 100 acres of land is there, but 100 acres of land, there are some people who are working on that 100 acres of land. खेती कर रहे हैं, मजदूरी कर रहे हैं, आपने इंडस्ट्री खोली, इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं. So the welfare of those people is your responsibility. Are you understanding? This is what was lacking. काम तो करा लेते थे और फिर ठेंगा दिखा देते थे. Actually, I am talking in a very simple language. This is what was the scenario of that time. Believe me, children. Okay, they were concerned. Property owners were concerned with personal gain. खाली अपने फायदे से इनको मतलब था. Not with the welfare of the people who made the property productive. Okay? Not with the welfare of people. I told you now, that property needs to be made productive. आपकी 100 एकड़ की जमीन है, ऐसी बंजर पड़ी रहेगी, क्या फायदा है इस तरह की 100 एकड़ की जमीन का? There are some people needed to work on that land. So the people who are working on that land, they might be having some health issues, they might be having some family issues. कौन इसकी देखभाल करेगा? It is you are the owner and you are getting all the benefit, you are getting all the all the benefits are being given to you. So if society as a whole, rather than single individual controlled property, more attention would be paid to collective social interest. Socialists wanted this change and campaigned for it. ठीक है? So, society as a whole should control property rather than an individual. सारे लोग प्रॉपर्टी की देखभाल करेंगे. किसी एक आदमी के पास only one person should not own the property. The property should be owned by everyone. अब क्या है? Please try to understand. Concept तो अच्छा है, लेकिन how it would be done? Socialism is a good concept, equality is a good concept, but then how it is going to be practiced? खाली बोलने वाली बात नहीं ना है. We need to practice it also. We need खाली preaching नहीं है. It should be practiced also. Okay? So how could a society without property operate? How would be the basis of socialist society? What would be the basis of socialist society? So, different people gave different ideas. Ideas for what? एक आदमी के पास पूरी प्रॉपर्टी है, one person is owning the whole property, so he is taking the whole benefit from that property and he is least concerned with the needs of the people. आम आदमी की जरूरतों से उनको कोई मतलब ही नहीं है. अपना पैसा आ गया, अपनी तिजोरी भर गई, but what about the requirements of the people who are working on that property? So I hope you will be also supporting this idea, supporting this concept. किसने दिया ये idea? Socialists have different visions of the future.
So students, we are talking about socialism, and a lot of organizations were there which were supporting this idea of socialism, and socialists were continuously working to form an international body which was Second International. And in the same way, in England, Germany, lot of associations were formed which were talking about socialism. Now, when we talk about socialism, please understand, you need to remember that these associations were working with the SDP, SPD, Social Democratic Party, and they helped them in winning the parliamentary seats. And by 1905, socialist, trade unionist, they formed the Labour Party. Labour Party has a long history, my dear students. This history is about forming associations and forming the parties which further took over the complete political associations and political situations in their hand. How it was done, this we will be discussing in the next video. Till then, children, thank you so much and all the best to you.